Assalamualaikum and hello. Today I will present about my assignment, Eco Composter Bin in Accelerating the Decomposition of Process in Home Food Waste. For degree of Master in Engineering Technology (KNT), my name is Muhammad Ammar Bin Abdul Talib. My metric number GN 200038. My supervisor is Dr. Tuan Nur Hasanah binti Tuan Ismail. Firstly, I will present to you about my contents of this assignment. First, introduction. Second, literature review. Third, research methodology. And fourth, as pattern finding. For introduction, I will tell about background of study. In statistics, the global food waste generated by person per day is with average from 0.11 to 4.54 kilo. Meanwhile, in Malaysia, the national statistic of food waste generated was 1.17 kilogram per person per day. Next, food waste is edible product for human consumption, but certain part of the product is not consumable by human. That's how the food waste is generated. Next, the major food waste disposal treatment is by landfilling. But nowadays, the landfilling method is unsustainable as food waste disposal treatment. Therefore, they have another solution to disposal food waste by using composting method. Next, statement of problem. Generally, the landfilling also have a composting process, but the process of composting at landfill is very slow. Due to the slow process, it will create the greater for development of odor. Next, piles of compost generally are built without any protection. Therefore, the composting method will disturb by the weather, the vector, and the other factors. Lastly, many of composting machine is built for industry purpose, but for the home composting machine is not built widely yet. Next, the objective. These studies have three objectives. Firstly, to optimize the acceleration factor for decomposition the food waste, which are temperature, moisture content, size of feed waste, and aeration. Second, to optimize the various eco-starter concentration to the food waste loading with emphasis on weight reduction. Third, to design the home composter bin with the temperature and moisture content control system. Next, scope of this research is to focus on composting at home. Therefore, people can start composting at their home to reduce food waste generation. Next, for the composter bin, we will implement the acceleration factor. Then, we will analyze the efficiency of the composting bin by using parameters such as moisture content, temperature, pH, TOC, CN ratio, NPK, and microbial pollution count. Next, for literature review. As we know, waste is uneaten food by human. Is it proven by statistic where food waste lead the higher percentage with 44.5%. Current practice to handle food waste in Malaysia is done to landfill. Mostly, the food waste handled at home will create various problems such as bad smells and leachate, where when the food waste placed at the landfill, it will cause the pollution to the ground and surface water. Next, for the decomposition. Decomposition can be categorized into four component process. First, photooxidation. The photooxidation is the biotic catabolism resulting from exposure to solar radiation. Second, leaching. The loss of soluble material as a result percolation of water through material. Third, comminution, the fragmentation of organic litter largely as a result of decomposition. And lastly, mineralization, the catabolism of organic molecules by microorganisms. For this study, the composting bin component focus to order, portable and easy to handle. Lastly, acceleration factor. Acceleration factor is important thing for the composting bin because this acceleration factor can increase the decomposition process for the composting. Next, for the methodology, this is the flowchart of my methodology. It start from the problem identification and then comprehensive review. Next, questionnaire, where in the questionnaire we have target respondent, food waste generated by the respondent, and then how the respondent handle their food waste, and we provide the solution from them. Laboratory observation. First, aeration factor, which is aeration, moisture content, temperature and size of feed waste. Second is percentage of eco starter concentration, and analyze the physical factor, which is moisture content, temperature. For the chemical, we will analyze the pH, NPK, TOC, CN ratio. Lastly, biological, we will count the microbial population in the compost. Then the data optimization, we will analyze the data, and if the data follow the requirement of the standard, we will proceed to the next phase, which is phase 3, and if not, we will repeat again the phase 2 for the laboratory observation. Next, for the phase 3, designation and fabrication of eco-composter bin. This phase will conduct at the workshop, where the designation and fabrication will be happen on there. And next, after the eco-composter bin complete built, we will test again the composting process by using a physical test, chemical test and biological test. And lastly, the data analysis will be taken, and if the design experiment follow the requirement of the standard, then the eco composting bin will be proceed with that design. However, if the data not follow the requirement from the standard, therefore the design experiment will be conduct again, and the designation and fabrication of eco composter bin will be considered again to improve the component. And lastly, after we get the data analysis, we will discuss and recommendation for the future. That's all, and then this thesis will end here. Lastly, expectation findings. This composter is the implementation that expected can extract occupant to handle food waste easier. Next, portable and compact, easier for household to handle the compost. Therefore, by using this, by designation and the designation and fabrication, we will consider about the design at the kitchen. Lastly, the eco composting bin and the eco composter bin will be environmentally friendly because the implementation for the compost is not use any power sources. It will handle by manually. That's all for my presentation of the assignment, and thank you.